Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jamie Allison, and this is Boats, Beers, and Backroads. Really excited about today's guest. He's one of the most recognizable voices in country music. He's a guy that his songs have kind of become the soundtrack to a lot of small towns, backroads, and bonfires across the country. Gord Bamford is one of the most awarded artists in Canadian country music history. He's got 26 Canadian Country Music Awards, I believe, multiple Juno nominations, rare distinction to being a two-time CMA Global Country Music Award winner as well, which is quite cool. They know him for big hits. I mean, you'll know them from "When Your Lips Are So Close," "Dive Bar," "Drinking Buddy." Lots of great stuff that everybody who listens to this type of podcast would know too. So first of all, Gord, I know you've got lots going on and lots of things kind of coming up. So first of all, thanks for taking the time with us this morning. Really
Yeah, no
appreciate it.
problem. Sorry it took a while to make it happen, but yeah, we're
Okay. That's
everything,
that's how it goes.
everything's
Everybody's
going
busy,
on.
and
Yeah.
again, I appreciate you taking the time. So maybe I'll start there because I know you've got a couple of really big things I think coming up in the next little while. But I thought you've got some stuff at the Opry that I know has been kind of promoted a lot. Why don't you tell us about that? Because that's
Yeah.
that's pretty cool, I would assume.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's the ultimate. It's the best thing. I mean, for me, it would be right at the top. So,
Yeah.
it was a nice FaceTime call from Terry Clark. It
Yeah.
was actually her birthday party the day she called. She didn't even know that. So it was kind of
Oh,
funny.
really?
I was in the back. A bunch of us were in our bus had, and my wife had set up a party for me.
Yeah.
And then we were heading into that. So we were kind of about 4 or 5 beers in when she called. But it was kind of it was quite the call and just elevated the party even more. But yeah, it's exciting. I mean, I think as a singer songwriter, and especially for me, where I've got my career, I mean, that's kind of the ultimate. You kind of wonder in your mind if you've done something wrong because you hadn't got an invite to go play there yet. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a prestigious thing that not many people get to do it. So
Yeah.
it's something that's really, really cool. I'm very excited. In fact, we have some stuff on now. We're actually doing a fan flyaway for that, so you can come
Yeah,
up.
I noticed that. That's pretty cool. Like what we'll do is we'll make sure it's flagged for people to take a look at it because really I mean if people haven't been before, it is such a cool experience to go, and then to be able to do that and see you kind of there to do that would be pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, we got all sorts of stuff. We're going to play an actual show there and have a writers round. And we had kind of planned on a Nashville trip at one point. I used to do these Mexico flyaways, which we haven't
Yeah.
done in a couple of years, but they go great. And Nashville just seemed to be too expensive at the time. And then the Opry thing came up, and we ended up getting a pretty good deal to let people go down there. So we've announced already out of Alberta here, and it's pretty much sold out. But we're going to announce Saskatchewan this week, so it's going to be good.
Wow. Okay. Lots going on. So why don't you, I mean, you mentioned, you kind of grew up in rural Alberta and kind of had that kind of lifestyle. So,
Did.
how much, tell us a bit about that and how that maybe, does that shape kind of, the
Yeah,
kind
I
of
mean,
music you do?
100%.
And
I mean, I was born in Australia. A lot of
yeah.
listeners don't know that, but my dad, I mean, I have dual citizenship, and my mom and dad divorced when I was 4 or 5 years old. And my mom's from Alberta, grew up on a farm, and so I come back here to Alberta and was really influenced and raised heavily by one of my uncles, whose name was Gord as well. So that was who I was named after. But yeah, I just lived the Western lifestyle there. Growing up, the farm, the cattle, the farming, everything you would do, the outdoor stuff, the hunting, the fishing. Like it was just part of my life. We played baseball, we played hockey, just whatever what most small town kids would want to do.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, it definitely shaped me. I think more so into a better person. I mean, coming from a family that your mom and dad have split up, and you don't have a father figure in your life.
Yeah.
It's hard on a mom. So it's like she kind of sent me over to my uncle to tune me in, I think. Yeah,
Keep
no,
you in
having
line.
having having my uncles and I guess my family and relatives around that were that, group of people that grew up that way was pretty great for me. And my mom is amazing. I mean, my mom was a, huge supporter of where I'm at and still is today. But I had a really good, upbringing. It started off a little rocky, but I was lucky to, to have everything that I needed in life to succeed, and do well. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think coming from a small town really, really does help for me. It does. I mean,
yeah,
I actually wanted to be an athlete. I didn't really have ambitions to be a singer songwriter. I liked singing back in the day, and but
yeah,
it wasn't like, hey, I'm when I grow up, I'm going to be this guy.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
wasn't that. It
Well, when
just
did that trigger for you? Like, when did you decide, hey, this is something I actually could do and do at a
I
different
don't know
level?
if I ever did. I think
Yeah,
I mean I won a contest that got a song on the radio, and
yeah,
you know when I finished high school, I went to Australia and I played some
okay,
baseball there and did try to reconnect with my dad and stuff, but
yeah,
it didn't go that well. But then come home and worked many different jobs from electrical to labor, and I got a class one driver's license, so I ended up in the concrete business for quite a long time driving truck. But again, worked for many different companies, some bigger brands like Burnco and Inland, but then ended up working with a small local company in town called D&M Concrete that, kind of lets you come and go as you needed to pursue your music career at that
yeah,
point. I was gonna then back when I was playing, man, it was like there was lots of live country gigs everywhere. Like
yeah,
you could travel Western Canada and play 4 or 5 nights a week and go to the next town, right? And
yeah,
make your, $500-600 a week and spend it on beer
yeah,
and go to town, right? So it's like you got to actually get good at what you were trying to do. It wasn't like you're coming off a television show and all of a sudden people know who you are and now you got to perform and learn how to perform. Like
right,
when I was in it, well, when I'm still in it, but when I got my goal was to go do it every day, just like
yeah.
anything. Go play and learn how to entertain and learn what people want to hear. And
How
so
how much do you think?
our job was to sell beer for the
Yeah,
establishment. It wasn't to play what song. Hey, I'm going to play an original song because I liked what I wrote.
yeah.
Want
You
that?
had to
They,
connect with what the audience wanted, I
they
guess, right?
wanted you to
Like,
sell beer, and if you could sell beer, you get booked back, and you could keep.
yeah. Well, and a lot of your music is that it's that kind of I don't want to say it, but it's like party songs. It's songs that people enjoy to hear, and like I would think when people are going out on their playlists are a lot of like Gord Bamford songs because they're that kind of up tempo kind of music. How much did that kind of craft what
Yeah,
you decided to do?
I think I do a bit of it all, but there is a lot of call it anthem type songs.
Yeah, yeah,
I had Little Guy and My Daughter's Father. I mean, there's the soft
yeah,
side of it too, but I'm always looking like, and I'm a songwriter obviously too, but I always listen to songs. Like I'm like the best song wins. It doesn't matter if I wrote it. So,
yeah,
and I'm always looking for songs that, would do exactly what you just said, that people would have it on the playlist. And because it's a feel good song or it's an anthem song or it's a party song or it makes you cry song. I mean,
yeah,
there's beer, drinking buddy, stayed till 2, you name it. Like it's just
sure.
really simple. Like, and I got really lucky at a young age when I started to make my first record. I met a guy by the name of Byron Hill who he wrote, George Strait's first number one song, Foolhardy Memory, and he wrote Lifestyles of Not So Rich and Famous. Like he
Yeah,
produced Gary Allen. Like he was a big player down there, and I got to
yeah,
know him. He kind of took me under his wing as like a father figure of the music business. And here's how you write songs, and anybody can really write a song, but this is how it works. So, and he also told me like just keep it real simple. Like country
yeah,
music, 3 4 chords, like keep it simple and write songs that people can relate to, not just songs that you can relate to.
yeah,
But most of the songs that people can relate to, I relate to. So it was
yeah,
just it's really blue collar, very, very blue collar career
yeah,
that is gone to levels that I never even would have fathomed. It's
yeah.
just I just wanted to make a living, whether it was playing music or driving a truck. It just, I was just it just it never really I never really fathomed that it was gonna provide what it's provided for me and my family, and
Yeah.
25 years later, at the top of where I'm at, still going strong. Like
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Like not a lot of people have that kind of length and strength of career, which is pretty cool. And I guess, what was that like early on, maybe when things became really big, really fast for you? What was it, when you do come from a smaller town and kind of you were playing smaller places and things like that, when you suddenly had that big boost in your career, what was that like for you?
Yeah, I mean, it took a while. I mean, people think like it's been a 25
Yeah,
year, but it was probably like Blame It on That Red Dress.
yeah,
That was a song that really triggered people to, oh, who's this guy? And then
yeah,
again, just surrounding yourself with really great people. I've had a lot of like, I've always worked with friends of mine. Like I've never really worked with outsiders that I don't know.
yeah,
Uh, and because they've always just had your back, and they knew what you were doing. But a couple of my really good friends that worked for me for years, aren't anymore. But
yeah,
but having that trust in somebody and that, and then for me, like I was 100% independent. In fact, I still am. Like
yeah,
I couldn't get a record deal to save my life, and
yeah,
then, I was talking to Sony for a long time, and then, I forget the year, but the Edmonton Country Music Awards kind of ran the table,
yeah,
and then I had an opportunity, and I ended up signing a deal with Sony that was my own deal. So it was still an independent deal, but a co-venture, and
yeah,
spent 10, 12 years with them. And people will tell you horror stories about record labels and this and that, but
yeah,
I got nothing but praise for that. Like that was the best part of my career, the 10,
yeah,
12 years I spent with Sony and our relationship and what we did.
yeah,
And I think that really helped get it to the next level. I mean, having the big machine behind you is something that, if you use it properly, really works,
yeah,
and yeah, that was a big part of it. But yeah, I'm still independent today, and we still do everything. We don't have agents, don't have I mean, we just do it
yeah.
all on our own, and I think it's
What's
our
What's that like now? Because I mean, it's funny because I had a very similar kind of conversation with Jason McCoy and how things have changed, I think, from when he first started to now about, how you promote things are different now. Like there's so much social media stuff, all that stuff. Like what's that like after knowing kind of you've been through, you know, all of those stages of kind of country music over the last, 20 years, 25 years, whatever it,
yeah, I
it
think,
is there.
everything for me is just it's always been that way. It's
Mm,
never, social media wasn't there when back in
sure.
the day. But as far as promoting myself and taking a risk and, playing a show for the door and not getting a guaranteed pay, like I've been doing that my whole life. It's just now it's a lot easier because people are coming, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I actually own everything. Like I own production and lighting and video and busing. Like so
Mm,
we're really turnkey, so we can go into all these communities and these smaller towns that I grew up in that theoretically may not be able to afford a Gord Bamford show, like to buy it.
yeah.
So we give them two options. Like we go in there and we'll give them a discount depending on what size of venue, or we just simply partner with them. And we take the ticket, and they get the booze and the silent and live auctions, and after they hit certain numbers, they get a cut of the ticket. Like it's
Yeah.
really worked out of COVID. We started that, and I mean, it's just bombarded us like with three, 400. Like, there's still 200, probably over 200 towns. Yeah, we haven't played, but some of these towns where we played, I mean, obviously took the no risk scenario that now they're actually buying the show because they see
Sure.
them do better. But that's just a partnership, and that's for me. My whole career has just been partnerships. That win, like partnerships that have to win for both sides. They just have to. Otherwise, like if someone's buying a Gord Bamford show or invested in a Gord Bamford show, they need to make money. They need to
Yeah.
profit.
Yeah.
They can't not. Otherwise, it's terrible for business. So we try to find out, I try to find ways where everybody wins, and of course we've got a great band. Been most of them been over a decade with me.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's a way to
I
keep it
just look at
going,
it
right?
like a job, man. I just
Yep.
go, hey, I could go play somewhere this weekend, or I could sit at home. I mean, I'd rather play. So
Yeah.
we kind of just go play anywhere, really.
Yeah. Well, and like that's the other part too. When you're off the road, what does a normal day look like for you when you're not kind of traveling around and doing gigs and everything? What is a normal maybe start of the week for you instead? What does that look like for you?
Yeah, a lot of it, like, well, here's the start, like catching up with stuff and
Yeah,
making sure that, what we got coming up is stuff's taken care of. Obviously now, we had a new video that just come out, a single. I've been shooting music videos for the next stuff. So
yeah,
a lot of that stuff. But then, I've got three kids too. So my son's 21 now. He lives over in our shop, but
yeah,
our daughters, our oldest daughter just finished up her second year of college, and then our youngest is home, and it's softball season. So I'm coaching the softball team. So we had our first
yeah,
game last night, and practices are starting, and
yeah.
yeah,
All
just
regular
kind of
dad stuff.
what every mom and dad or parent would be doing,
Yeah.
just life, doing that sort of thing.
Well, and I was mentioning before we came on, I noticed you've got some gear from your hockey team. What is it that like what prompted you to kind of invest in a hockey team and stuff
Yeah,
too? They
I mean,
did well this year, so
it's a long story. We won't get into it, but a very long story. But it worked out good. I'm always been I love sports. I mean, I
yeah,
love hockey. Played hockey. My son was a draft pick in the Western League
yeah,
hockey. Senior hockey, I started up at Camrose, a place called Camrose with a team, and a bunch of stuff happened. So we ended up firing up this team in Wetaskiwin. We called it the Wetaskiwin Longhorns, and
yeah,
some of the Camrose guys came. It created quite a rivalry, but yeah, the community is just really, really engaged in it, and I mean, it is a blast. Like I try to book my schedule around the hockey, which is crazy, but yeah, we won the whole thing this year, three years in the league, and
yeah,
I think the one thing that people don't understand, and they're starting to understand it, is that it is great hockey to
yeah,
watch. It
yeah,
is elite. I mean, Saskatchewan has 96 senior teams, I think, out there, but
yeah,
I mean, it is elite hockey, and it's $10, and I mean, you got guys that are coming out of the dub and
yeah,
college
yeah,
hockey with two guys playing NHL.
yeah,
Some
yeah,
games like I think more and more people are realizing how great senior hockey is, and I know for our league and our barn, it's just been packed in there. So
yeah,
yeah, we
yeah,
got 9 teams in the league, and it's kind of like the Allen Cup, which is like one of the oldest cups left in hockey. Like it would be the Hockey Hall of Fame. That's
yeah,
kind of what we go looking for when it comes back. It's kind of broken right now, but
yeah, yeah,
yeah, we had a great season. It was interesting because we were 1-2 at Christmas, and by the end of the season, we were in fifth. So we kind of clawed our way back, and yeah, we actually swept the final round. It was just kind of came playing at the right time, playing good at the right time.
yeah. That's what it is a lot of the time, right? Is you got to
It
hit
was a
it at
lot
the
of
right
fun.
time.
I think those guys partied with the cup for 6 weeks. We got to get, it's like back to reality.
Yeah, that's the fun part about it. And yeah, I
Yeah.
guess and all of those guys do have jobs usually too that
Oh
they're
yeah,
going
they
back
got
to, right?
jobs.
So
Yeah, yeah, they do. Yeah, good bunch of players and families, and it's something that's my son played this year, so it's great for him, and we've got some
yeah,
good guys that are coming in, and it's a culture what we built
yeah,
there already, and it's just been a ton of fun. It's a lot of work. I mean, I do most of it, but
yeah,
I like to recruit players and talk to guys, and
yeah,
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 we kind of run it. It's kind of obviously it's not a paid to play league. It's not.
yeah, yeah.
It's
Well,
not.
it's a similar thing. I mean, I'm in Ontario and
Yeah,
similar thing here. It's starting
yeah.
to
I
build
think the
and
Allen Cup's out in Ontario, or was I think it was in Newfoundland this year. But
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I mean, was it Dundas and all those teams out
Yep.
that way?
Yeah, yeah. There's getting to be more and more of them and yeah, a couple of NHL players that, retired NHL players are playing
Todd,
there and
Todd
then
Bertuzzi
obviously
was.
you get the juniors and
I think Todd Bertuzzi was playing in that league this year, right? Or
yeah,
senior, I
yeah.
think.
And I think Brian Bickle used to play
Yeah,
for, Chicago and
we had
things like
Steve
that. So
McIntyre on our team a couple years ago, the big Edmonton Oilers enforcer, big
yeah,
back.
yeah.
A lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Wow. Well, very cool. Well, getting back to kind of music stuff, just what you've got some stuff coming up because you do have a new single. So when you have the new single, it's Loaded Eyes, I think, is
Loaded
out right
eyes. Yeah.
now, right?
Yeah.
So do you have a lot of stuff you have to kind of promote with that and things like that? Is that kind of
Yeah.
a
I
big piece
mean,
right now?
yeah. I mean, I guess, like you said, the social media and all that digital marketing these days,
Yeah.
which honestly, I don't, I don't like it. I don't have a lot of time for it. I'd rather do this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we do it, but I still believe most of my success is just getting out there,
Yeah,
just and talking to people and meeting people. I mean, get stuff out there through social media. So of course we do it,
sure.
but yeah, well, we do a lot of that. But I have a whole new record that's going to be ready to go here in September. So we're actually, I don't know, a few years ago we did a tour called Dive. We did a dive bar tour, like right
Mhm.
across the country, which probably I mean, I've played everywhere and with big shows, but
Yeah.
probably my favorite tour we did.
Well,
Brought me back to where it all began. So we're doing it again. Like, so we're going out, we're starting in Charlottetown in
oh, cool.
September. We're going to announce here in probably a month, but I guess I can tell
Yeah.
you, we're doing as long as there's a bar tour. So it's kind of the same idea
Yeah.
and just, yeah, small
Just
pubs,
all the
honky
way
tonks,
across.
just having a
Oh,
good,
that's pretty
so,
cool.
so
Well,
I got a new record coming out for that. So it'll be
yep.
out in September and most people are putting singles and EPs out these days now just because of how the industry's rent. But I think we've got 13 songs on this record. So
Oh, awesome.
we put a
And
full length record out for a while. So excited
yeah.
about that.
Very cool. And so you'll be doing that kind of touring, but so do you like you have done big places, you've done small places, obviously. Um, what's your favorite? Like, is it a big difference when you have a really huge crowd, or is it just nice to also have the smaller kind of interactive group that knows all your songs and everything there?
Yeah,
And
I think getting to do it all is good. But I mean, I really like the small town model that we do. Like
yeah,
the smaller the room, the more you can connect with folks and spend time with them and
yeah,
you can really see. I mean, those small town crowds and rooms are those are diehard fans that come out, and
yeah,
most of the time we play, these big music festivals as a Canadian. I mean,
sure,
we're not really the headliner. I mean, which bothers me, but
yeah, yeah,
I mean, we're always playing in front of the Americans, which
yeah,
I mean that bugs me, but
yeah,
I think that we have good enough Canadian talent here that they can headline a major festival on a Friday or a Saturday night. So whatever. But so most of the time we go like I'll play a 6 or 7 o'clock slot and there'll be 50, 40, 30, 40,000 people there singing every song. Yet,
yeah,
I'm not the headliner.
yeah,
But
yeah.
so
Well,
for me, it's like the smaller, they're all good, but the smaller
yeah,
crowd, you're there for you. Honestly, I'd rather go play these small town shows and play my show and be the headliner than
yeah,
play a
yeah.
big festival. They people don't understand, but these festivals put big radius clauses on you as an artist.
Oh,
So if
right.
you play a big festival, they'll pay you pretty good money, but they won't let you play anywhere for 3 or 4 months before and 2 months
Oh,
after.
really?
Certain radius clause. So they
Oh,
really take
wow.
away your livelihood, which, I'm sure they don't like me talking about this, but
Yeah, yeah,
it's the truth. So, I can play 10 different towns in that radius in six
yeah,
months and
yeah.
everybody wins, right? So
Well, especially when if you're not one of the headliners, I'm thinking like you're even different because you'd be kind of the one just below, probably on most of those, like and I'm going to
we
say a
like
name,
this.
but they
Like
often
I'm
like are
talking
boots and
about the
hireds and stuff.
big, like I won't name them, but like the
Yeah,
big ones, like some of the smaller
sure.
town festivals we
Sure.
headline, but yeah, we're a soft ticket. That's
Yeah.
what it is. Like we're not getting paid the $1 million you're paying whoever.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not the reason people are buying the ticket. So
Yeah.
why are you taking away our livelihood?
Yeah. It
But it's
seems
just been
odd.
the way it is. It's been like that forever. And I
Yeah.
mean, every artist, now don't get me wrong, like every artist that is aspiring to be in the business wants to play the big music
Sure.
festival.
Of
Like,
course. Right. Yeah.
like you aspire for that.
Yeah.
And I still love to do them, but I guess it's just at a different phase of my career now that I've done them all. And it's like, it actually doesn't.
Well, and it's not, you're not going to have the same trail off afterwards
Yeah,
that someone who's
no.
early in their career might, right? That they can use it as a promo for, months at a time before, but
Well,
for
and some
you,
of these,
it's no different.
some of these smaller festivals only have a certain budget. So,
Yeah.
we can't kill them festivals because we all want to play there. So I'm kind of like the guy that goes in and wants to help. So
Yeah.
I'll play some of these smaller festivals and headline them and work with their budget so that they can make money because they have to. Otherwise, we lose them and we don't have anywhere to play. Like, and
Yeah.
it's not good for anybody in the business that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's good that you kind of continue that and for young artists as well, right? Like that's, I'm sure lots of them look to you to kind of understand some of that stuff as well, right?
Yeah, I
So,
don't know everything, but I mean, what we do works. So it's like, I
yeah.
mean, I I'm at the point in my career where, I can start to share some of my thoughts, which,
Yeah,
I mean, people may not like it that hear it, but it doesn't matter to me. I mean, it's not going to hurt me any.
yeah,
Sometimes when you're starting out, you don't want to say nothing because you don't want to offend somebody, or you don't want them to think that, well, that's not the way it is. And I'm not saying I'm right with everything. I just been doing it for 25 years, and I see what happens. So it's like
yeah,
some of
yeah.
it's not right. Like
You don't have the same risk attached with your career that somebody who's,
no, and
new and
we should
early
be
in it, right?
as Canadians, we should be supporting our Canadian industry as much as we can, and we shouldn't be put on a lower pedestal of certain things because we're just as good as anybody else in the world, and we do it to ourselves. Perception is reality. So if you don't, you need to be able to, you know, Friday night, big festival, the top end Canadians should be able to headline it, and I would bet money that they could. It's just
Uh,
doesn't happen.
I would agree. I would agree. I mean, I mean, we've all been to shows where you see maybe the headliner is there, and there's either a co or a one
Yeah,
tier down, and they
yeah,
outperform
yeah,
the other person just because they're
yeah,
actually probably a better entertainer, but they just
yeah,
didn't get the top
yeah,
billing, right? So,
yeah. Oh yeah,
um, yeah, like that. I went to one recently that I won't say who it was. I could say the Canadian was Brett Kissel. He was fantastic.
yeah,
And he probably, as an entertainer, should have been the headliner. And
yeah,
how he interacted and got the crowd going was completely different, like a whole different view. So,
yeah. I mean,
but
he's one of them for sure. There's a lot. I mean, Dallas Smith's had some Dean
yeah,
Brody, like probably Dean Brody, and you know, he's a guy for sure that can be there. Like,
yeah,
there's lots of them. Paul Brandt,
sure, sure.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's you can
you can
name
name
them.
them off pretty easily, I
Yeah.
think. So. I guess we'll kind of one of the things we try to do with everybody when we go through these scores is that okay, you're one of those people that probably have gone to like here in Ontario, lots of cottage country stuff and just kind of the the campfires, all that kind of stuff. If you go there and you're having a party even at your place, I know you've got that kind of land. Are you the guy with the guitar or are you the guy that's on the barbecue?
Funny you asked that because uh, it just happened 2 nights ago here. We had a community, one of the neighbors. I live on a lake, so
Yeah, yeah,
one of the neighbors had a brisket and a barbecue, and everybody come over. And I have a guy with me that's up here from Australia playing in the band and shooting music videos and stuff. So he's staying here, and he was actually on The Voice. He went into the finals of Voice Australia. So
really?
yeah, the guitarist came out the other night, and we spent quite a bit of time jamming and playing. But not typically, no. I mean, it's kind of my job, right? I mean, it is my job. So I mean,
Hmm,
I never say no if there's going to be a little jam going on. But a couple nights ago, I think, yeah, it happened. It was everybody loved it. Got lots of messages, and it's
sure.
fun once in a while.
Yeah, yeah. Well, very cool. And do you have a campfire drink of choice? Like are you a beer person? Are you a whiskey person or whatever? What
Well,
do you
I'm a
like?
bit of everything. I mean,
Yeah,
I've got tap beer here that I always send at the end of the shop, but
yeah,
I kind of like. I'm more of a vodka guy,
yeah,
whiskey kind of vodka guy, but I like Tito's vodka.
yeah,
But yeah, vodka, Diet Coke, pretty simple. But I do like draft beer. I do like
yeah,
draft beer.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And for those people, so lots of people here will listen before they go to the cottage. I said that a lot of people have you on their playlist. If there was, from your opinion, if there was one Gord Bamford song to have on your playlist heading to the cottage or heading out for the weekend, what's the song that you think should be on it?
It's probably breakfast beer if you're going to go to the
No, yeah,
cottage. The drinking buddy's always been a popular one, but
yeah, yeah.
I mean, breakfast beer seems to be the go-to.
Very cool, very
That's an
cool.
interesting song because we wrote breakfast beer and radio was having a tough time maybe playing it because they thought it was promoting drinking in the morning, but it's like listen to the song. It has nothing to do with drinking in the morning. It's like if you've ever been on a vacation, you go to the airport and people are heading to Mexico at 6 in the morning, they're having a big like
Yeah,
it's not it's like people just some people like have no idea, I guess, but it had
yeah,
nothing to do with drinking and driving. It was all what it was all about waking up at the cottage on a Saturday morning and keep going,
yeah, yeah. Like that's
Like us Canadians, like beer and clam, like that's That's the
Yeah.
hangover drink, you know. When you
That's right. That's
right,
right.
that or a Caesar,
Hair
right?
of the dog in the morning. So you're
Yeah,
all good.
exactly.
All right. Okay. So obviously, people following you over the next little while, they're going to want to listen to your new song because that's it's out now, right? It
Oh, no,
is.
yeah.
It's on Spotify. I know they can get it and wherever. But what's the best way to follow what's happening with you, Gord, over the next little
Yeah,
while?
it's Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. And our website's really handy. That's probably the best. Check
All
it
right.
out. Yeah, but on
Okay.
all the social platforms. And yeah, the music's everywhere. You can stream music. And
Yeah. It's all there. We'll make sure that it's all your links are in the show notes. So if you are interested in listening and haven't, I'm sure you've listened to Gord's music anyway. But if you haven't kept up with it the last little while, we'll have all the links on there. But again, Gord, really appreciate you taking the time. I know
thanks
there
a
it's a
lot.
little earlier than here, so I appreciate you getting
Right.
up kind of nice and
Oh,
early and
yeah.
everything for
We're
it.
up early here.
Cool. All
Yeah.
right. Well, again, thanks so much. Really appreciate it.
Cheers. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
All right. And everybody else, if you haven't hit subscribe on the podcast, do that now. We have great people every week, just like Gord. And again, we'll talk again soon on boats, beers, and backroads.